Hey guys, Siobhán here with a much more simple look I think for you than I've been doing lately. Obviously I wanted to tone it down loads after Halloween, the Halloween looks, but I still wanted to do something a bit funky. I'm not really in the mood for a natural look today, so I went with lashes and liner. So I used a metallic blue liquid liner, and then these quite funky cool spiky lashes, and everything else is kept quite neutral on the face. But like I said, I just want to do something a bit different, and I have new hair, so yeah, that's... Hey guys, okay, so I'm going to involve the foundation application in this video because I want to share a few tips. It's mainly for those of you who have some texture on your face. So if you're suffering from like hormonal breakouts, or just have whiteheads in your face, lumps, bumps, monthly breakouts, this will probably be handy for you. So your best friend here is any matte makeup. You don't want anything with shine or you know, that's highlighting, because you don't want to highlight any lumps and bumps on your face. So stick with matte formulas. You can use powders, or just mattifying. You can get mattifying cream makeups as well, but mattifying liquid makeups. And yeah, so you just want to make sure everything is kept really flat. That's the kind of main emphasis you want to put on here. So what I'm using is a Gosh foundation. It's Exceptional Wear Gosh. It's a mattifying foundation, and it has UV filter. So the shade I'm using is Porcelain, 1-1. I think that was probably one of the lightest. And what I'm doing, or what I have done, is I had the foundation on the back of my hand, and I added a pump of my Anti-shine Mattifying primer. So this is just another way you can use your primers. You don't have to apply them underneath your foundations. You can actually mix them in with your foundations, and that can be really helpful, especially if you have a drier foundation that you can find is a little bit hard to spread, especially emollient foundations. So I'm just using my normal stipple brush then and applying it as normal. Okay, so I went ahead and I concealed after foundation, and powdered, and I used concealer and then powdered on my eyelid as well, and this is my main base for my eye. So next I'm going to get my Fardel liquid liner. This is the blue one with kind of goldy reflex, and it's number 07G. It's from Fardel, and I'm just using my System 3 Daler-Rowney number 0 round brush. I got this in an art store, and I'm going to use this to line my eyes. So give your eyeliner a good shake first of all, as a lot of the pigment tends to settle at the bottom, and then you can start lining. There's generally going to be enough in this lid part after the shake to get one line done anyhow. So the line itself is quite thick because I want the colour to show. And there, so that's the kind of tail I'm going for. Okay, hopefully the light will allow you to see this side out easier, and that my hand doesn't get in the way. It's always harder to do the eye that your good arm isn't on, because you have to cross over, but you will get used to it. It just takes a bit of practice. I like to start, like I've said before, in the centre of the eyelid and move out, and then slowly start adding bits going towards the centre, or the inner corner. And constantly keep looking from eye to eye to make sure you're keeping them even. So I'm still dipping into my lid. I haven't had to dip into the bottle yet. The trickiest part is going to be trying to make the tails even. but it just takes practice. You can use the tape trick if you want, where you add a bit of sticky tape, go from the corner of your eye up to a point in your temple and the same point on each eye, or you can just use like a bit of card and hold it against it as you're drawing it on. Okay, so with this eyeliner shape, even though I've brought the eyeliner all the way to the inner corners, it still makes my eyes look a bit more wide set than they are, and lengthens them, because my eyeliner gets so much thicker at the outer end and is tapered so much on the inner corner. So I think most eye shapes can pull this off. It's just if your eyes are very close set, don't start your eyeliner on the inner corner. Start it maybe 2/3 of the way in, or even, it's not good to half your eye, to cut your eye in half with eyeliner, but just either side of the halfway mark you can do that as well. So now I'm just going to do my eyebrows. I'm just going to use a Rimmel eyebrow pencil. This is one in dark brown, and just start brushing them. Okay, so the lashes I'm using I bought at a £1 store. This is the one I've yet to put on, and this is the pack. This is just another pair, but this is the same pack that these ones came. So it's by Beauty Nation Glam Lashes. Now they're not natural hairs, and they're quite, what's the word, quite stiff. So make sure the glue is really well and tacky before trying to apply it onto the eye. You almost want it to be able to stick straight away down. That's that one on. They're actually quite nice if you can manage them. Now another thing with cheap lashes is there tends to be a lot of glue holding them to the container. So don't rip them off from one side and pull them over, because you lose the shape and there's a chance you might rip the lashes. What you do is just put your fingers here and then pull down. So you're literally pulling them away from where they are placed, and that way there's less likely of a chance that they will get damaged. So once they are down, this one has kept its shape fairly well. There's too much glue, like if there's a big massive excess, rip some of it off, but should be fine now. Like I said, these are really, really stiff. So if your eyes are much less round than mine, it might be a bit of a hassle, but you can just try and pull them straight. Okay, so I'm just going to put some glue on them now and then let it go tacky. I'm popping my eyelashes onto my tweezers, and I've let the glue get fairly dry, and then place it as close as possible to your lash line. And then just start pressing it in against your lashes. So make sure that there's no gaps between your lashes and the false lashes. So you can use the back of the tweezers. Now these ones are a bit tricky because they're so round, but as they're dry I'm just going to keep pressing it down. It should be fine. I don't want to have to wear mascara either, so I can just, these will stay a bit nicer for me. If you have blonde eyebrows, blonde eyelashes, or light coloured eyelashes, you probably will need to add mascara, but you can add it beforehand so that it doesn't ruin the eyelashes. So that's them on pretty much. Just make sure it's well dry. I used white eyelash glue instead of black eyelash glue so that I don't have to go over it, and it'll dry clear. I should say clear eyelash glue. It's the duo one that I always use. So that is that in place. Okay, so then with the eyes finished, just to finish up the rest of the look, I contoured around my face. So just use whatever contouring powder suits your colouring. It's going to be different for everyone. And I just contoured around, I contoured up here around my temple area, just in along under my cheekbone, a tiny bit under here, nothing too drastic, and then a little bit down the sides of my nose. Then for my cheeks, because I have blue eyeliner on, I want to use something that's going to complement it. So I used a, so I'm not going to be able to see that. Kind of can there. It's a peachy pink blush, and it's matte. So this one is by Face2 and it's number 324, and I use this on the whole apple area. Then for the higher plane of my cheek, I used this blush by Collection 2000, and it's number 3, and it's Breathless, so you can see it's a much more orange colour there. So this one will definitely pick out the blue of the eyeliner. They'll play well together, and I just applied that higher up on my cheek where there's less texture. So that was that. And then for the lips, I'm just using MAC's Subculture Lipliner, just to line it naturally, and I'm not changing the shape or anything. And then I'm using a MaxFactor lipstick in vanilla, and it's number 852. So it's just it's quite a nudie coloured one. Okay, so that's the finished look. So yeah, it's quite a nice one if you're sick of the smoky eye look, because it's still very dramatic, and it really does play up your eyes if that's what you want to play up. So thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully the light wasn't too awful in the video, but I'll see you again soon, hopefully with better lighting as well. So, slán.